Alex Jones Show, because there is a war on for your mind. Waging war on corruption. It's Alex Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Alex Jones. We're into hour number 2. I'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central. We'll have open phones. I may even open the phones up the second half of this hour, but Gerald Celente, the top trends forecaster, is our guest, best-selling author, you name it, just a good friend of mine. And, of course, one of the audience's favorite guests. In fact, I get more requests for Gerald Celente than probably anybody else, except for maybe Roger Stone, or I guess that's about it. Now, look, if you just joined us, the Washington Post got caught running a fake story Friday that a Vermont power company got hacked and that Russia was trying to turn the East Coast power grid off. Friday and Saturday, Insane McCain came out and called for war with Russia. Now, on Friday, we just went to the local news and checked what virus it was. Homeland Security ordered everybody that worked there to scan their own private computers for any viruses. It was malware that's been around for years, the latest version a year. They think it's out of China. It has originated some from Russia, but also the U.S. But it's like malware that tracks what you do to sell marketing data. I mean, 30-something% of computers have similar viruses. So this is like saying somebody's got a virus on their computer at a power plant. Let's have war with Russia with no proof. So Forbes, the New York Post, even AP have to admit it's fake. Washington Post retracts story about Russian hack at Vermont utility. Forbes, fake news and how the Washington Post rewrote its story on Russian hacking of the power grid. Now, I don't tell you, oh, look, Mikhail Phelan, our writer, had this first Friday, and Drudge had to have the courage to run our story. He obviously checks our links. Drudge is bigger than the New York Times. I don't want to give Drudge credit or Mikhail Phelan credit. We need the credit. We're under attack. They passed a bill. Obama signed it 9 days ago, I guess the night before Christmas, saying they're going to take over the free press. They list us by name and say, shut off Alex Jones, and I'm Dark Heart, and all this crazy, weird crap. I mean, this is getting weird, man. They say Trump's a Russian agent. I'm allowed to tell you this. Trump says it's BS. He just is blown away. Trump is counting down the days. He just wants to say, okay, Shiny, you have a 15% corporate tax lower than us. We're going to match it so the jobs come back. Corporations admit $1 trillion will come back in 1 year. Already $100 billion plus in jobs coming in next year with the Japanese and everybody else saying they're going to move here. Exuberance, stock market gains, $1 trillion, $200 billion. And Obama admits, I mean, in fact, I forgot it. It's in my dressing room. My dressing room, I've got my bathroom. There's a stack of New York Times articles I forgot to bring when I put on my sports jacket. I laid it in front of the sports jackets, hanging in the closet. Yeah, in my bathroom. Thanks. I want to show this. I thought I was on a limb last week. You know, Obama's trying to sabotage Trump. He's trying to just do everything he can to hurt the economy. Thousands of pages, like something like 9,000 pages of regulations a day was what AP admitted on Thursday. And so I'm sitting here watching all this unfold. And then they just come out in the New York Times yesterday and today and proudly say, oh, yeah, he's trying to tie Trump's hands. There it is. Obama's legacy. 2016 ends with a record-shattering regulatory rule book. Forbes. So, Gerald Celente, we're going to break here in about 6 minutes, but I wanted to get him on today. I was just thinking of him, and so I called him, and I said, will you just come on today because the year just ended, a new year's coming. How would you brand 2016, the year of Trump, the year of nationalism, the year the MSM died? And then what are you most buoyant, positive about in 2017? What are you most concerned about? And then we'll also talk maybe a little bit about Supreme Court folks, because, I mean, Trump would do a big deal if he put some patriot, announced some patriot to fill the whole Scalia a hole before he even gets in. But regardless, there's a lot to talk about. Gerald Celente of Trends Research, trendsresearch.com. Thanks for coming on your holiday.
Well, thank you. You know, this is very disturbing what's going on with the Obama administration and these false claims about Russia. because, as you well know, and my work as well, people live by sound bites. This is a sound bite world, and a lot of people they're hooked to whether it's Facebook or Google News. It's headline news. The fourth estate is dead. So people are just getting, for the majority, those that aren't concerned about getting more information. So when you hear the headlines coming from places like the Washington Post, it's saying that the Russians hacked the Vermont electric system. And then you read the comments, and the comments by, for instance, the governor of Vermont, Peter Shumlin, or is it Chumplin? Quote, Vermonters and all Americans should be both alarmed and outraged that one of the world's leading thugs, Vladimir Putin, has been attempting to hack our electric grid, which we rely upon to support our quality of life, economy, health, and safety. This episode should highlight the urgent need for our federal government to vigorously pursue and put an end to this sort of Russian meddling. Would this guy go to the George Goebbels School of Journalism? What a little clown of a man, putting out a statement like this on information that's now, according to the Department of Homeland Security, quote, no evidence hackers infected Vermont power grid.
That's right. Let's be clear. Even DHS comes out. Now, Obama's going to order them to lie. Remember, they say the CIA is going to release this report that Russia stole the election. The CIA comes out and says it's not true. Obama then orders the political head of it, Brennan, to come out and lie. So over and over again, we know they're lying. So now they come out and say that Russia tried to turn the lights off on Christmas. That's admittedly not true. So I'd expect to hear another reversal, though, tomorrow once Obama gets political. Let me ask you this, Gerald. I mean, my gut level, also intellectually, I've never been on fire. I've never been this concerned about them really trying to stop Trump. They are panicked right now.
Well, let's go back to the news. After Trump wins, what are they going to do? They're going to have recounts, remember, in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania and Michigan. So that was the news. Then they had another 2 weeks of news that they're going to go to the Electoral College. And you saw these little losers, these Hollywood little flea bags, putting out these videos telling the Electoral College to vote differently. The importance of this, again, is the effect it has, because that's the news. And going back to this is pure McCarthyism. What this little lowlife of a guy, this Governor Peter Shumlin, he's Democrat from Vermont. I want to read you another one. This is from Peter Welch. And by the way, these guys, when you look at their track records, these guys never worked a day in their lives, most of them. They've been playing the political game from the time.
And they're out there promoting that Russia tried to turn the lights out 2 days after it's admitted to be more made-up crap.
Here's what he says, this Welch. He said the attack shows how rampant Russian hacking, quote, is systematic, relentless, and predatory. They'll hack everywhere, even Vermont, in pursuit of opportunities to disrupt our country. We must remain vigilant, which is why I support President Obama's sanctions against Russia and its attacks on our country and what it stands for. These people should be thrown out of office. These little lying pieces of garbage putting out this kind of information and instilling hatred in the minds of
And
the
Gerald,
American
I totally
people.
agree. We're going to come back and lay this out, but let's be clear. They admit it was fake. They made it up. It's a lie. It's a virus on a laptop that's generally all over the world, nothing to do with Russia. DHS admits it's all fake. The Washington Post had to retract. They're coming out today still being lazy, not getting with the program that, this has already been retracted. This fake news has already fallen. Again, Russia doesn't want war. Russia isn't expanding. Russia wants to work with us. They would never do something. They've had their own airliners getting blown up, and they still don't call it terror because they know Obama's behind it. So again, they have no motive to do it. It's admitted it's fake, and Democrat governors are running around still saying that Putin did it.
Yeah, it's terrible. Again, they should be thrown out of office for instilling this hatred upon the American people.
I agree. Stay there. I want to come back and read you McCain. Because McCain is calling for physical war with Russia. I mean, folks, this is a giant temper tantrum. They lost an election. They lost all the governorships. And they just want to blow the world up because they lost. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say, see, I told you so, that communist Chinese-style net censorship was coming to the web, because it's already here. It's being announced. The way you keep the internet open and free is you get involved more than ever. Go to Infowars.com/app. A new battleship in the fight. Infowars Live, available right now. We're looking for a crew to man it. You gonna sit down and play games and be a trendy? Or are you gonna be part of history? Don't sit by and let the internet and free speech be stolen from you. Take action. In the past decade, we have witnessed unparalleled scientific discoveries in the area of health. But no one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. DNA Force is one of the most expensive formulas to produce. Some of the ingredients in DNA Force are $12,000 a kilogram. We are using the coveted, patented, only American source of PQQ, CoQ10, and more. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? Well, we're bringing you a total win-win. The ultimate value, cutting-edge, trailblazing game changer that also supports the InfoWar. We have produced a limited run of DNA Force, and it will take up to 12 weeks to produce more once we sell out. Secure your DNA Force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. DNA Force from InfoWars Life.